I want to ask you about Ukraine because I know you've been there recently. I've been on leave, of course. So we were with a whole bunch of others over on the Western Front. You then went down to not Kyiv, where you've been before, the capital city, which is relatively safe, but you went into the battle zone in Ukraine. About the time that we heard comments from Nigel Farage in England saying that, you know, basically Ukraine's got to roll over and negotiate with Putin. Give me your reflections from your couple of days on the ground.
Look, the Ukrainians are defiant but somewhat despondent because they haven't been given in a timely fashion the kind of help they need to win. They've been given enough not to lose, but they haven't been given enough to win. I find the sorts of comments that we've heard from Nigel Farage pretty incomprehensible. This idea that somehow NATO has goaded the Russians into attacking Ukraine, it's an utter nonsense. NATO expanded because all of the vulnerable countries of Eastern Europe, the Polands, the Hungaries, the Baltic states, and more recently Sweden and Finland, justifiably fear a Russia which has not been purged of militarism and imperialism. So that's the first point I make. The second point I want to make is that Australia has been, frankly, embarrassingly dithering in, first of all, its relatively puny assistance to Ukraine. We've got hundreds of Bushmaster armoured vehicles, hundreds of Hawkeye armoured vehicles that we can and should give to Ukraine. But the weakest of all is the fact that 70 countries have sent their ambassadors back to Kyiv. Our ambassador is still cowering in Warsaw. How can you have an ambassador to Ukraine cowering in Warsaw? Now, I don't blame the ambassador, but I do blame the government. It's just incomprehensible that somehow it's not too dangerous for other countries' ambassadors to be there, but it's too dangerous for us. I mean, what are we, a nation of wimps? Hardly.
There's an old Prime Minister's club. I'm sure the current Prime Minister might take a call from you on this issue and perhaps fix it, or be careful, he might send you to Kyiv. Tony Abbott, thanks for your time.
Thanks.